This request comes from Parker Ford, Wyatt Ninja Riot, and Totally Human Productions on what if Goku didn't come back after the Cell arc, deciding his philosophy of the living needing to protect the mortal realm can only be upheld if he remains in Otherworld. Gohan still invites Kuririn, Majin, and Piccolo to the Budokai, and many of its early events go the same. Things change when Videl is beaten by Spopovich, where Piccolo volunteers to go get the Senzu, but soon it will take too long as Shin tells Kibito to use Kaikai to get him back quickly. As the match then proceeds, Piccolo is let in to Babdi's spaceship, where he defeats Yakon, and Vegeta has no need to accept Babdi's magic, getting rid of he and Dabura. The Dragon Balls not being used until after the battle means Goma doesn't discover them, and instead stays secure in the first Makai. Before leaving, Shin mentions how good it was that they could defeat Dabura without relying on the Zeto sword, which everyone is curious about. Shin allows for Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta to be brought to the Kaioshinkai when having proven themselves, but Vegeta doesn't accept the ritual when viewing it as a handed power-up. He instead trains intensely when seeing the level Gohan and Piccolo reach, and quickly achieves Super Saiyan 3 in doing so. 4 years later, at the 26th Tenkaichi Budokai, they all enter to have an uninterrupted tournament where Vegeta has pushed himself enough that he beats Gohan in the semi-finals, before having an even fight with Piccolo in the final round. The difference in stamina, however, leads to Piccolo's win, and a rivalry forming between them. In Super, Beerus gets his pudding and asks about the Super Saiyan God, where Vegeta, seeing the lack of necessary Saiyans, wishes for Tarbell to be brought to Earth. Without Goku's Shunkan Ido, he and Whis take longer to get to Earth during Resurrection F, where Piccolo defeats Tagoma, but has only improved enough to make Frieza go into his true form. He still survives long enough for Vegeta to arrive, and when Whis rewinds time, Piccolo and Gohan distract Frieza with a combined attack, and tell Vegeta to finish him off, which he does. Universe 7's team against Universe 6 is Vegeta, Piccolo, Goten, Trunks, and Monaka, despite the kids improving more than Vegeta was aware of. They still end up being bench warmers before Piccolo takes the stage and defeats Frost too quickly to be hit with the needles, and easily makes his way through all but Hit, who punches him out of the ring during the time skip. Vegeta easily breaks through the time skip when at full stamina and wins, using the time afterwards to test Kappa. Zamasu thereby becomes Vegeta Black and becomes even stronger than usual when adapting to Vegeta's body quickly during their fight. Once Piccolo becomes aware of Zamasu's immortality though, he uses the Mafuba to seal him, and then shares Senzu so they can fight Black. Piccolo hasn't improved enough to do anything until Black knocks him out, which awakens the orange form, which even Rosé Black can't compete with, and Piccolo ends the battle. Seeing how strong Piccolo has become, has Vegeta focus on mastering Super Saiyan Blue even quicker, but this not being enough to bridge the gap, has him go to Beerus for advice even earlier, with Wu's seal preventing the Moro or Granola arcs from happening. Not much occurs prior to the Zenol exhibition, despite it occurring later. Vegeta comes there when Bra has already been born, and shows the result of Beerus' tutelage by defeating Top Ball with Ultra Ego. For the Tournament of Power, Goten and Trunks are added, with them not being reliant on fusion, but don't last for long. Piccolo's far greater power has him easily deal with those targeting Universe 7, while Vegeta charges at Universe 11's team and instantly knocks out all but Jiren, who has to go beyond his limits to compete with Ultra Ego without going through Spirit Control. Vegeta is far weaker than usual, and Jiren ends up outlasting him, but enough damage has been dealt. Piccolo and Gohan easily finish the fight. Piccolo then powers through the rest of the competition, but is surprised when Kale transforms when he fights Cauliflower. But even the eventual Kefla is no match for Orange Piccolo, though a moment of relaxation after this leads to Piccolo being knocked out of the ring by Damon as usual. 17 finds him, and Universe 7 gains a decisive win. When the Gammas appear, Piccolo feigns a loss against Gamma 2 to infiltrate Red Farm pharmaceuticals, and the events of Super Hero go normally. Also, Goten never changes his hairstyle when having no father to be confused with. As for GT, Vegeta coming to see Piccolo as his main rival, has them fight on the Shinden at the time Pilaf breaks in. After Vegeta leaves, Piccolo finds Pilaf, whose fear at being found by Piccolo Daimao has him wish he was still in the Denshi jar, which Piccolo is soon freed from by Dende once Hoppo makes the Pilaf trio leave. Seeing it as his responsibility, Piccolo goes into space with Trunks and Pan, where his power after many years of Shugyo after the ritual has him perform far better against opponents than Goku, though the story doesn't diverge much until on Pital, where Piccolo uses the Mafuba once Baby is forced out of Trunks' body and throws it into the sun to destroy him on the trip home. When Super 17 shows up, Piccolo is damaged enough to achieve the orange form and deals enough melee damage to defeat 17 without having his ki absorbed, Piccolo far surpassing him, as Vegeta admits he needs to find a new power to compete, with Rodai Kaioshin telling him about Super Saiyan 4 when the evil dragons are unleashed, and Buruma gets to work on creating a Brutes Wave emitter and tags along when Piccolo goes to fight the evil dragons, and things go similarly to usual, beyond Piccolo being too alert to let Chi Shenlong absorb Pan. When fighting Su Shenlong, Piccolo feels a strange bond between them when responsible for the dragon's existence, so gains a disadvantage when outmatched in speed. This is to the extent that after being blinded by and then defeating the interruptive San Shenlong, Piccolo is too damaged to fight Yi Shenlong and is finished off by him when Gohan and the others arrive, whose rage is enough to awaken the beast form, with it bringing out most of his latent power. It proves enough to overpower Yi Shenlong even after he absorbs the Dragon Balls, but Gohan's inexperience with it and its stamina drain makes them unable to finish the fight before it wears off. Vegeta then arrives and achieves Super Saiyan 4, Gohan then doing the same with the help of Pan, while Vegeta distracts Yi Shenlong before he can break the emitter with his power at its limit and greater stamina than Beast. Gohan is able to overpower Yi Shenlong, and Vegeta's help assures the evil dragon is annihilated. Shenlong leaves after the last wish is made, but Piccolo refuses revival by not wanting the ultimate Dragon Balls to return, and knows Gohan and Vegeta will be able to defend Earth without him as he goes to reunite with Goku in Otherworld and show how strong he's become, inspiring Goku to attain Super Saiyan 4 on the Kaioshinkai as they have an eternity of battle, along with Vegeta when he joins them 11 years later. Earth remains safe thanks to Gohan, and Pan passes on what she learned from him, Piccolo, and Vegeta to one reminiscent enough of Goten to be given his name. It's here we see both the difficulties without Goku's aid, and the opportunity it would give for other characters to step up with no other option. Thank you for watching through this What If. Request more in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and check out older ones. For instance, another one that led to Piccolo essentially becoming the main character through Mecha Frieza attacking Earth later.